Celebrating a storied history of 25 years going strong, Sega announced not one, but two brand new Sonic the Hedgehog games at this year's Comic-Con. We're talking about Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog. You know, the coin collecting, animal saving, Eggman defeating, Super Mario Brothers rivaling, and glitch enduring, unfucking fortunately, character that swept the nation. Back in the 90s, it was all Sonic the Hedgehog. Every single motherfucker knew about him because it was all about blast processing. Motherfucker was fast as shit. I mean, it was a hedgehog that could run like the Flash. You combine those together into one of the best 2D platformers ever, and you have a game that ended up putting Sega on the map. And also put Alex Kidd on the fucking unemployment line, but, you know, if you ever got to see Sega Gaga and all that shit, you got to understand that, well, he at least has a job, and you know, Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed, at least he got to do some stuff there. But point being, two brand new Sonic the Hedgehog games were coming out. Now, for me, I have been looking at the Sonic the Hedgehog games like many people out there just saying, please go back to being good, please go back to not being like Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom, where we're just cringing at the very idea that you're announcing another game because we're expecting an additional travesty to be added to that blacklist that's just always never-ending of games, and we're just like, please, please quit watering down the quality and namesake of this franchise that we know and love, that just so happens to be one of the best out there. I mean, we are talking about the mascot of one of the biggest video game companies in the entire world, and Sonic Mania and then Project Sonic, both of them look fucking phenomenal. I don't even know where to begin on both of them, so I have a lot of shit to obviously get off of my chest, all German fetish porn aside. This is a big-ass deal to me. Okay, so we're talking about a quarter of a century that Sonic the Hedgehog has been known, loved, revered, and enjoyed by many people out there. Sonic Mania is a collaborative effort between Sega and several other different studios where they're trying to go and take Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic CD, blend all of this shit together and add in a whole bunch of new stuff, and I'm all for it. I mean, okay, the minute that I saw Studiopolis, for example, and this being one of the new zones that they have included in it, and this should be a big deal to people, This shit blew me away. One, it felt right at home. This didn't feel out of place or kind of weird, like, oh man, they're just trying to go and have that old school feel. No, this felt like this was a level, a series of stages, ripped right from the old Sonic games, and the fact that there was, you know, some nice nods to Daytona USA and Streets of Rage, it's gonna bring a smile to the face of any long-term, die-hard Sega fans out there, like me. Daytona, let's go away, let's go away. And it's just, I can't sing that shit, but Daytona USA has, like, some of the most catchy fucking music out there. The little Hornet van, I thought that shit was cool. But just buzzing you all around all over the place, and they brought up the fact that it's a new move. The drop dash, I never thought about that, but there was a ton of times where whenever I was descending, I wanted to be able to just get going real fucking quick. Yeah, they include that shit. I was like, what a simple fucking premise that I never thought about, and they're including that shit. I'm like, okay. And the graphics. Okay, if you notice, there's a lot more frames of animation between everything. The backgrounds are a lot more animated. I was just like, this is fucking awesome. The little Sega popcorn thing that Sonic's all bouncing around inside. I was like, all this shit, the physics seem to be a lot better than they were in previous games, like a lot better physics in a Sonic game that has new moves that's actually in 2D, that this is what Sonic the Hedgehog 4 should have been? You're fucking kidding me, because Sonic 4 was a goddamn fucking travesty. Literally, just another thing added to the list of what, like, why would you do that? Why would you okay that? Why would you just like, green light that shit, because you shouldn't. But it was cool looking at the little intro that they had leading up to this. Talking about the storied history of Sonic the Hedgehog, showing the Sonic Adventure games, showing the regular Sonic the Hedgehog games on the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive, because all of my European fans out there are like, what the fuck about us? Then the whole thing of like Sonic R, which, you know, I have a love for that game, but man, it controls like fucking complete ass. It's like a tub on wheels and shit. I'm like, why do you control this way? But this looked so fucking fun. I mean, that was the big thing about it. And the music that, oh my god, dude, the fucking music in this shit. I was just sitting there like, this sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog. I love Sonic music, but I mean, this shit was fucking killer. This sounded like old school Sonic the Hedgehog music brought up nowadays. And I always say the Sonic Advance games also had really bitchin' music and level design and looked over all, like, why are they so overlooked? I do not understand that. I really don't. Sonic Advance games fucking play this. Most people are like, man, Sonic 06, that's like the big old barrel of display. Yeah, no shit, that fucking DK on the side of it because, you know, it's just fucking, like, dick killer. But still, this shit, play those games right there. And the Sonic Rush games and all that shit. But still, this feels right at home. The fact that this is, like, paying homage to all the classic games, because you get to see Green Hill Zone, like I said, it's going through all the old school games, and adding in a bunch of new shit. And now that you have new moves, and you get to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. I'm hoping that there's some unlockables in there. And I noticed that, like, at the end of Green Hill Zone 1, they took Dr. Robotnik, and usually he's got that little fucking egg carrier, floaty shit, whatever the fuck, and it's got the big-ass ball that's swinging it to go and jump over that, and you got the 2 platforms. Well, they switched that shit up, and now it's like 2 destructive balls of doom, and I can't say all this shit without testicle jokes coming to mind, but all of you can get your minds and just toss them into the fucking gutter and just get it out of your system. Go on. Just blue blur, blue ball, testicle, just fucking do it. Just everybody. You're all perverts anyway. So am I. So we're just like, you know, 2 sides of the same exact coin. Now, then, it wasn't just that. They weren't just content with that. They also brought up the whole Project Sonic, which doesn't have an official title yet, but it is being made by the studios that brought us Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. The 2 titles I kept on telling every fucking person out there. I'm like, you know, that there are some shitty Sonic games out there, but there's also some phenomenal titles. Oh, no, there isn't no such thing, blah, 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 blah. No. Sonic Generations, holy shit, is that game good. You have no idea. Unless you've sat down and enjoyed that game, you were doing yourself a disservice. It was one of the best platforming games from last generation. Play that shit. Go and pick it up. If I'm not mistaken, isn't it on Steam? Like, you can go and get it right now. If not, get it for like 360 and PS3 or whatever fucking goddamn platforming system that you have. But this, I need this shit. I fucking need this. And what was cool about it was it had modern day Sonic, you know, what they ended up getting from Sonic Adventure going forward. And then they had OG original Sonic the Hedgehog running around with them, just like in Sonic Generations. So I'm assuming that this is going to be some kind of continuation of that universe, where they combine together both the 2D games and the 3D games. And it was one big, gigantic-ass game, and I loved that shit so much. I was like, dude, this is fucking cool. To me, I thought it was some of the best times that I've had with the 3D Sonic the Hedgehog offerings. And Sonic Colors, I don't know why nobody really played that game. Like, I did not hear about it except for from exclusively the most diehard of diehard Sonic fans. And I'm not talking about Chris Chan, though. Christine Chan. Don't want to go and upset him. I'm gonna go and piss him off a whole bunch. But anyway, no blue orange, so it doesn't have to go and freak out about that shit, but won't be picking up from GameStop because banned in the entire state. Man, that sucked. That fucking sucks real bad. So anyway, so she'll end up going and picking up that game and enjoying the living fuck out of it at some point. But Project Sonic, yes, I have to go and get all these references in while I can. You at least get to see my brain's going like a million miles a minute. So this one is going to come out for the Nintendo NX. That alone I found to be interesting. So the Nintendo NX, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, all that shit. Oh, and PC. Can't go and forget PC. Sega's actually been very good to all the PC gamers out there. Something I've been enjoying. The Yakuza games. Where the fuck are those at? Seriously, go and bring all those out on there. I think a lot of people will be happy. Plus the modding community will have a fucking field day with it. But this. 2 Sonic games. Big fucking deal for this. They cleared Sonic Boom Season 2, which I've never even seen Season 1. I'm more just about like the Sonic Hedgehog cartoons. I haven't seen this shit. It might be good. I just haven't taken time to watch it because I'm behind on tons of different shit, but you know, whatever. But watching this, it was all cinematic cutscenes of like, the world is like being destroyed by some big-ass hulking robot that's walking around just decimating shit, which looked like this is Robotnik's doing. So it might be, maybe, possibly, this could be somebody else. Work with Capcom and just have Dr. Robotnik and Dr. Wily working together just like in the fucking comics. God damn it, I've wanted this crossover for such a long time. But I will take OG Sonic and Sonic Adventure Sonic, aka Modern Sonic, and put them together in a game, and I'm just fucking tickled pink with that shit. That is just fine. But this is something that I think that this is the best way that they could go about it, is they stop, they listen to fans, and they're trying to give them the best possible games that they can, and they need to. You need to go and rectify past mistakes and show that you do give a shit about this franchise. You do care about this character. The world does. You should as well. I mean, look, Freedom Planet was one of the best damn examples of how to do a Sonic game the right way. And Freedom Planet was done by a very fucking small studio that is just people that were fans of Sonic games. I mean, I love the shit out of it. And by the way, if you have not gotten to try the game out, take it from me. Go and try that game out, play it, give it your hard-earned cash. It's fucking deserving of it. Great storylines, great music, great control, just fucking everything on motherfucking point. And if the creators ever get to see this video, just know that you gotta fucking support it right here. But that, I'd always said, man, it'd be really cool if Sega just hired them on and ran with that entire idea. Can you imagine that if that shit blew up and then, like, a Sega crossover with that, just like, what? Like, that could be extended universe type shit, and it would work really fucking well. Have them work on a Sonic game. I would love to see what the fuck they do. And considering I got to play that, you know. But if you have somebody who's worked on Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors making a next game, I have 100% faith that this game will be fucking great. I know that there might be polarizing opinions about Colors and about Generations, but truth be told, I enjoyed both games through and through, finished both games. I finished Generations fucking twice, which a lot of times I don't even get it to go and play a game like a second time around, and I like that enough to go and do that. To me, that says a lot. So that means I did like the game a lot, and the idea that they're working on it again, and they haven't actually worked on a Sonic game since, fuck, it's been about, I want to say, like, what, 3-4 years? So it'll be nice to see some shit like this, and maybe we can just mind bleach the mistakes out of our head with, you know, some stupid shit like Sonic the Hedgehog 4 and Sonic 06, and, you know, Sonic Boom, just... So, anyway, Sonic Mania looks fucking amazing, Project Sonic looks amazing. I cannot fucking wait until they divulge more details, showcase more gameplay, especially with Project Sonic, because we didn't get to see anything other than a cinematic, and the promise of something that's going to be amazing because it's done by an extremely talented studio that has delivered more than once with the Sonic brand and knows what the fuck they're doing. So, and they said this will be unlike anything that we've seen before, so I can't wait. I really can. They've got the hardware now that they can just keep pushing the limits and more, so by all means, fucking have at it, boys. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerds, and gamers game! The fuck on!